everyone, this is Shirley, and this is Resolution of the Heart. I hope I'm not too close because I am actually on my camera, so I have a hard time trying to understand how close. So please excuse me if I'm like right in your face. So we are doing another section of the Krishna, on the way to Krishna, and I did not mark anything, so I hope that you guys remembered if anyone looked, and if not, that's okay. But I am starting on page 52. Excuse me. I hope that before I get started, I want to welcome everyone back, my old subscribers, my new subscribers, my passerbyers, everyone. Please leave a comment, and if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. You know, I was just reading a book, you know, trying to get back into reading, but I'm reading um, by not, when you're young, you learn how to read by reading out loud. And then when you get older, as I was told, when you read to yourself because it's much faster. So now, since I'm trying to get all the pronunciation and the stuttering and things clear, I've been doing all the reading I've been doing has been out loud, and I love it. Then I really do. It takes much longer, but I have been like timing myself, and then I'm seeing how I'm more, um, picking it up a little bit quicker, but also getting the understanding of it too. So not just reading it, but make sure I understand it, not over highlighting everything, and making sure I get the point of what I'm reading, okay? And I was reading today, and after you read the scriptures, you can't help but to walk away and feel very thankful and very blessed, you know. And my question is, how do you feel blessed after what do you do? If it's after reading your scriptures, how do you feel? What do you take away from it? Because I know after when I finish reading, I just get a whole a new understanding of things. Most of it is that I never had this understanding, so that's understandable. But the other point is that everything becomes clear, you know, and relatable. It's not like it's way back then, but everything is right here, right now. So leave any comments that you like in regards to after you read something, if you read the Bible or whatever you read, or any inspirational stuff. How do you feel? How does it affect your life, or do it affect your life? Do you make little tweaks or changes in the way you see something now? Leave that comment below. So let's get started. I'm on page 52, and we will start. O best among Bharatas, Arjun, four kind of pious men render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. The material world is full of distress. Both the pious and the impious are subject to it. The cold of winter treats everyone alike. It does not care for the pious or the impious, the rich or the poor. I think I already read this one. The difference between the pious and the impious, however, is that the pious man thinks of God when he is in miserable conditions. Often when a man is in distress, he will go to church and pray. "Oh, my Lord, I am in difficulty. Please help me." Although he is praying for some material necessity, such a man is still to be considered pious, because he has come to God in his distress. Similar, a poor man may go to church and pray, "My dear Lord, please give me some money." On the other hand, the inquisitive are usually intelligent. They are always researching to understand things. They may ask, "What is God?" and then conduct scientific research to find out. They are also considered pious because their research is directed to the proper object. The man in knowledge is called jhana, one who has understood his constitutional position. Such jhana may have an impersonal conception of God, but because he is taking shelter of the ultimate, the supreme person, the supreme absolute truth, he is also to be considered pious. These four type of men are called suktri, suktri, S-U-K-R-T-I, suktri, pious, because they are all after God. Well, that's good to know, right? Of these, the wise one who is in full knowledge is in union with me through pure devotional service is the best. For I am very dear to him, and he is dear to me. Gita 7:17. Out of the four classes of men who approach God, he who is philosophically trying to understand the nature of God, who is trying to become Krishna conscious, is the best qualified. Indeed, Krishna says that such a person is very dear to him because he has no other business than understanding God. The others are inferior. No one has to pray to God to ask for anything. He who does so is foolish because he does not know that the all-knowing God is within his heart and is well aware when he is in distress or in need of money. The wise man realizes this and does not pray for relief from material miseries. Now that's a new that. Let's go on. Hopefully, I can come back. That's a thought there. Rather, he prays to glorify God and inform others how great he is. He does not pray for personal interest, for bread, dress, or shelter. The pure devotee, when he is distressed, say, "Dear Lord, this is your kindness. You have put me into distress just to rectify me. I should be put in much greater distress, but out of your mercy you have minimized this." This is the vision of a pure devotee who is not disturbed. What do you guys think about that? Can you really have that much faith? Is it, um, you know, you know, learning the is the faith that strong? You know, is it that strong? That is some good points right there. He who is in Krishna conscious does not care for material distress, insults, or honor because he is aloof from all these. He knows well the distress, honor, and insults pertain to the body only, and that he is not the body. Socrates, for instance, who believed in immortality of the soul, was condemned. Excuse me, you guys, my eyes really itching. I gotta get new glasses, and I gotta get my eyes checked because I have a cataracts. But let's try the next glasses. I'm gonna have to get those glasses. Sorry for that interruption. Socrates, for instance, who believed in immortality of the soul, was condemned to death, and upon being asked how he would like to be buried, replied, "First of all, you may have to catch me." So one who knows that he is not the body is not disturbed. That is funny. Did that make any sense? He said, "First of all, you have to catch me." Let's go back. That was really funny. So Socrates, for instance, let's see. Socrates, for instance, who believed in immortality of the soul, was condemned to death, and upon being asked how he would like to be buried, replied, "First of all, you may have to catch me." So one who knows that he is not the body is not disturbed, for he knows the soul cannot be caught. Okay. Tortured, killed, or buried. He who is conversant with the science of Krishna knows perfectly well that he is not the body. that he is part and parcel of Krishna. That is, real relationship is with Krishna. And that somehow or other, although he has been put in a material body, he must remain aloof from the three qualities of material nature. He is not concerned with the modes of goodness, passion, or ignorance, but with Krishna. One who understands this is Ajna, a wise man, and he is very much dear to Krishna. A distressed man, when he is put into opulence, may forget God. But a jhana who knows the real position of God will never forget him. There is a class of jhanas called the impersonalists, who say that because worshiping the impersonal is too difficult, a form of God has to be imagined. These are not real jhanas, they are fools. Okay, so let me just tell you right now, my guru, and this is his guru, which is Prabhupada, is very straightforward. Okay, and I like that. You know, he's a fool. There was something that I read the other day where I may not be quoting it exactly in its content, but it said that you know, you have these people in this time that we live in, and basically all they are is sophisticated cats and dogs, because they have went so far down to their lower nature. I thought that was hilarious. But anyway, no one can imagine the form of God, for God is so great. One may imagine some form, but that is a concoction. It is not the real form. There are those who imagine the form of God, and there are those who deny the form of God. Neither is a jhana. Now remember that word jhana, J-N-A-N, if I'm saying it right. Jane or Jane is a wise man. Those who imagine the form of God, oh my goodness, iconoclast, oh I hope that's right, iconoclast, those who imagine the form are God, imagine the form are called iconoclasts. Iconoclasts. I have to look that up. During the Hindu-Muslim riot in India, some Hindus would go to the Muslim mosque and would break statues and images of God, and the Muslim would reciprocate in the like manner. In this way, they were both thinking, we've killed the Hindu God, we've killed the Muslim God, etc. We are so silly. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. Anyway, similar when Gandhi was leading his resistant movement, many Indians would go to the street and destroy their mailboxes, and in this way think that they were destroying the governmental postal service. People of such mentality are not jhanas. The religious war between the Hindus and the Muslims, and the Christians and the non-Christians, were all conducted on the basis of ignorance. One who is in knowledge knows that God is one. He cannot be Muslim, Hindu, or Christian. It is our imagination that God is such and such, and such and such. That is all imagination. The real wise man knows that God is transcendental. One who knows that God is transcendental to the material modes truly knows God. God is always beside us, present in our hearts. When we leave the body, God also goes with us. And when we take on another body, it goes with us there just to see what we are doing. When shall we turn our face towards him? He is always waiting. As soon as we turn our face towards God, he says, my dear son, come on. You are eternally dear to me. Now you are turning your face to me, and I am very glad. The wise man, the jhana, actually understands the science of God. One who only understands that God is good is in a preliminary stage, but one who actually understands how great and good God is further progress. That knowledge is to be had in the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita. One who is actually interested in God should study the science of God. The Bhagavad Gita. My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me. Now you guys remember Arjuna was this whole is surrounded. This book is surrounded in regards to the war that was going on, and Arjuna is a Kshatriya. He's a fighter, okay, and he's fighting for what's right. So anyway, you didn't need to know all that, but that's what's going on. Excuse me, I don't have a timer on here. My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you the most secret wisdom, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence. That's Gita 9:1. The knowledge of God imparted in the Bhagavad Gita is very subtle and confidential. It is full of jhana, metaphysical wisdom, and vijnana, scientific knowledge. And it is full of mystery also. How can one understand this knowledge? It must be imparted by God Himself, our bona fide representative of God. Therefore, Sri Krishna says that whenever there is a discrepancy on understanding the science of God, He incarnates Himself. Nor does knowledge come from sentiment. Devotion is not sentiment. It is a science. Sri Rupa Goswami says, a show of spirituality without reference to Vedic knowledge is simply a disturbance to society. One must taste the nectar of devotion by reason, argument, and knowledge, and then he must pass it on to others. One should not think Krishna consciousness is mere sentimentality. The dancing and the singing are all scientific. There is science, and there is also loving reciprocation. Krishna is very dear to the wise man, and the wise man is very dear to Krishna. Krishna will return our love 1,000-fold. What capacity do we finite creatures have to love Krishna? But Krishna has immense capacity, unlimited capacity for love. That is the end of that chapter. I know that was quick, but we're going to start fresh on chapter 5 next time, which is steering towards the Supreme. I thought there were so many good points in there, and I got to stop interrupting the reading so you guys can just hear it. But there was just so much. There was just so much going on in this few paragraphs. They just really, I like where one, God is, loving God is not a sentimental thing. It's a science, as he said, it's not sentimental. And being sentimental, I like what Srila Rupa Goswami say, a showing of spiritual without reference to the Vedic knowledge is simply a disturbance to society. And in a way you can get that, because this is just me thinking, you can have a whole lot of ministers and different people, and they're different, and they're talking and this and that and all that stuff, but if it's not coming from the scriptures and it's not scientific, and when it definitely shows how scientific is, it's like what it says that what was that where is that little bit at? How can one understand the knowledge? It says one must taste the nectar of devotion by reason, argument, and knowledge, and then he must pass it. So it's not just like, oh Lord help me, that stuff. It's by reasoning, argument, and knowledge. And when we say argument, we're not meaning, I don't think so, that we're like arguing in a to bring somebody down, but arguing the facts, arguing what the knowledge say, make sure that we get the correct understanding. And if I'm wrong, definitely, or you need more understanding, let me know, because I can send you to the right person to talk to, because you got my view on that. And then there was some other things that that really got me, and I wanted to go back to it. I like the thing is that it is our imagination that God is such and such, or such and such. That's our imagination. The real wise men know that God is transcendental. One who knows that God is transcendental to the material modes truly know God. God is always beside us, present in our heart. And when we leave this body, God goes with us. And when we take on another body, He goes with us. They're just to see that we are doing what we are doing. So to realize, always realize that you're not alone. He's there. He knows everything. And I know we tell our kids that when they're small, you better be good because God knows everything. Well, He does know everything. He knows the past. He knows what's going on within inside you, because He's there, and He knows the future. And He's there and seeing what decisions that we are making. So there's just was a lot in here. If anything you remember, definitely put it down below, something that sparked you. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for being with me, and I will see you on the next time. Take care. Bye bye.